They've all had a decent rest. And Liebenberg part of that shift drive, and here's Nandolo. Not waiting long to muddy his knees, and Leicester not waiting long to have a thud around that Irish try line.
Looked forward to me, that Nick, that pass to Nandolo. It looked like he'd overrun it.
Driving up.
Tackle, let it go!
Sort of doing what he can to hold Leicester up. Montosha looking at the post, goes round the post and seems to have got that ball down. Not taken long.
That's a try. It's really bright from Leicester to move away from the line-out drive. Irish would have spent all week worrying about how they defend Steve Borthwick's major strength. And they play straight away from it really nicely and using Nemani Nandolo off his wing.
There's a question though, Nick. And is it forward? Yes, it is. It's a mile forward.
But here, actually, it could have been a lot easier if Leicester, I think London Irish, had they had that ball, would have gone wide on the second phase. Leicester happy to use the forwards, and Montosha eventually buries himself over the line.
I'm surprised they haven't gone back and looked at that, because it couldn't have been more obvious, could it?
Well, David Rose, the TMO, has until we restart now. It's not until the conversion. They've stretched that period of consultation. But on we go. Try stands. Yep.
Good competition.
Just a word, by the way. Sorry, Ben. Say what you're going to say.
Turnover from Leicester. Watson goes up. Doesn't manage to deal with it. Good position here.
Ratuni Uawa. Powell giving it some width and taken by Jackson. Not taken on the far side by Ben Loader.
It was difficult for Loader. That was never on that pass from Jackson. The angle that he picked and then tried to drop Loader back inside, really tough for him.
Yeah, we played away. We played away long distance.
Just to say, by the way, going back to the business of the TMO and the time they get to have a look at it, it makes absolute sense to extend that period of appeal up until the kick-off.
Keep the flow of the game going, but there's a lot of time to look at that, and it was a complicated play, which Nandolo set off too early for. Let's look at it again.
We're inside.
It's a mile forward. It's not even close. It's not even close to being sideways. If you're a London Irish fan, in fact, just a fan of the laws, you're going to be a bit upset by that.
Crouch! Bind! Set!
Leicester scrum, now a Leicester free kick. Irish a little bit eager.
Intriguing battle that, isn't it, between Montosha and Creevy, those two front rows. Jejenya, compatriot in there as well, former Leicester Tiger himself.
Always inside.
What a kick.
Yeah, he's given that plenty of beans, hasn't he?
Irish line out.
Cleverly, instead of running straight, you see a lot of guys there run straight and kick it, which means you're going to lose meters. He steps to the right, opens up the angle ever so slightly and kicks around the corner a bit more. Makes it a lot more likely for him to make more ground.
Irish happy to go to the front. They throw to the back an awful lot, which helps their attacking game, but they're going straight through the middle, but they didn't take the ball with them. Augustine Creevy, the man who steps into touch. Irish thought they'd found a little bit of a gap up front, but just got separated. Creevy trying to work to get the ball out, starting to go towards the touchline, just gets spun out by Ratuni Uawa.
2 balls. I've heard 7.
One ball too many on the pitch. That's the reason we are having a reset. Julian Montosha, part of that fabulous Argentina win at Twickenham at the start of the autumn. Nandolo, Wigglesworth, and Cracknell.
Sets away.
Up against old mates as well, Ollie Cracknell. Last season with them. Oh, and flung across, very flat and questioning by Burns, and Leicester invited to run onto it, which they do with glee. Dan Cole. taking on Lovejoy Chawatama. Liebenberg laying it back. Burns, cheekily angled kick, asking some questions of Loader.
13's always in front.
Leicester offside, penalty goes against Harry Potter.
Good communication by the officials, but Potter doesn't hear it.
13 in front.
I think the call was made from the referee's assistant on that side, and Anthony Wood thought, he's absolutely right. As soon as he went, the referee had his back to him, got communication from his assistant,
13.
told Potter he had to stop. But
it's a big let-off for Irish, that, isn't it? It's a reasonable kick, puts them down in the corner. Now they get the opportunity, instead of attacking line out, they're going to have to defend one, probably close to their own 22. Reasonable kick from Paddy Jackson if it makes it that. Really good.
This Irish line out, Benny, 92% success rate this season. I know those percentages can be skewed sometimes, but given that they do go to the back so often, what makes this so good?
Well, phenomenal, really, to get that high when they get hit that long. But teams know they want to play wide, so they will be trying to stop that. Northampton have a very high success rate as well, and we know they want to play wide, but a lot of theirs goes to the front because they're gifted the front. Irish aren't happy with just being gifted the front. They want to play a bit, so they're happy to take it off the back and take teams on.
And here they go, and Powell and Will Joseph snaking his way up, and now Loader.
Short, let it go!
Leicester
No hands!
sandbagging on their own try line.
Fa'asa
Olo waits with some interest, so too Tom Pearson. And the drive, all of their own, and
Defence is brilliant. It's something that Austin's talked about doing. I still feel occasionally it's a bit risky, but when you know the player's going to go over the line, to fall backwards and let them fall on top of you, if you can get a really good grip on the ball, it's exactly what happens there, and the ball can't be placed. The risk is that they manage to rip it off you, but fold underneath it, drag them back on top of you, let them win the collision. And it's James Whitcomb who comes up with a big tackle, and Leicester now get the clearance from under their own sticks.
Whitcomb finishing underneath Ratuni Uwawa. Restart taken by Parton. Irish can build again just outside the 22. Fa'asa Olo. Rogerson.
Thank you.
Powell. There goes Creevy. Jackson. Hassel-Collins popping up a little bit closer to the action and creating some space for Joseph. Now it's further wide to Loader. Just a hint of a joggle, but plenty of forward movement as well, and so much so that it draws the Leicester penalty.
Assist clearly come off.
They've been happy to go to the corner up till now. Paddy Jackson looks like he's going to get to the 5 metre a little bit closer. They've looked dynamic from their line-out drives and their little plays off them so far, London Irish. Big opportunity, have to convert.
Declan Danaher just rubbing his head at the back, very much part of this line-out operation. Forwards coach Cornel van Steyl as well. And Agustin Creevy. The first part of this process. Leicester were up, but Chunyamunga was up highest, and Irish fold in behind effectively, and Creevy, who's already scored a bagload of tries this season, stopped just short, but still this very obvious threat, and taken on by Hihanya, former Leicester player, and now Rogerson. And Ratuni Uwawa once more, stretching, sliding, scoring. This time, no chance that anyone will get underneath that ball.
Austin said pre-match that both teams need a little bit of what the others do in their game, and we see London Irish there bringing a very Leicester-like attack. Hit initially from the drive. Rafael does really well to stop Creevy just as he looks like he's going to burst through towards the line, but as they come around the corner, the leg drive's good. Ratuni Uwawa in position, just drops that right shoulder and almost slides through Freddie Burns. Leicester wouldn't have wanted Burns there as their main tackler on that right-hand side. And it's Nandolo, isn't it, that he takes on and drags through the line because he's on that diagonal.
clever play, that, isn't it? Rather than just fronting up and trying to beat them physically and going head-to-head, the Tigers pack. Try and get the outside shoulder, keep your legs away from the tackle, keep them pumping. And it doesn't matter if Nandolo's there or not. You're going to carry him from 5 metres. It's a lot of shopping to carry that from 5 metres.
Yeah, it's a trolley job, that's for sure. All the way to the car boot. And Leicester have been pulled back. Irish very quickly back on level terms. 7 points apiece.
They'll be absolutely delighted with that. I think it's Matt Scott, isn't it, that's just outside Nandolo and gambles on the tip-on pass from Rutuniarawa, opens up a little bit of a dog leg and he just goes straight through.
Lost forwards, yeah, it's got to move on, it's green.
It's lost. Leicester with the scrum at the very least. Wigglesworth beyond Liebenberg. Irish have ripped it away, but back we come.
Don't see that very often. Montoya stripped to the ball in contact. Irish just struggled a bit on both kickoffs so far.
Just control your weight. Felt you chase your feet there and went through.
See, I don't understand in that scenario, right, when you're in the 22, why you would lift with a pod, or in fact why you would lift with a pod anyway. If it's far, well, probably if you're close you'd want a pod to get more height, but if you're in the 22, a winger's not going to be there in time to tap it back, so you may as well just jump yourself. He can't hit you when you're in the air, he has to wait for you to land. So you're in an almost identical scenario but with less risk.
I think that's part of it, is setting up the drive is often easier with a lift because you got your lifters in place as the blockers and they can't hit you, whereas if it comes down and your feet are on the floor, those chasing players can just smash through you.
White.
Scrum goes down. It was Wayne Fallett, the assistant referee, on this near side in front of the terrace that picked out Facundo Gehenya.
Know a little bit about each other, Cole and Virginia. They would have faced up a few times on the training paddock as well in live sessions. You can just see his face appear as he bent underneath himself.
2 words that aren't in the dictionary, so apologies for those. Leicester regather, taken by Martin. Interesting to see how Martin goes in second row today. He's doing a bit of moonlighting there again.
Look to use it.
Wigglesworth just hints perhaps at sniping down that blind side, and there he goes. He did signal it. His body was leaning that way, and his body was not lying. That's the route he took. And Tiger joy, Leicester back ahead.
Oh, that's bonkers that he could find so much space down that blind side. Look, it's Hassel Collins that thinks I need to get my head in, just completely leaves his post. No idea where the ball is. His head's up almost looking for it, and by the time he spots Wigglesworth gone, oh, they just need to check the grounding.
Woody, just hold this, please, mate.
Does he get back in time to effect enough of a tackle? Like you said, Ben, he should not be leaving that space. Does he lose control? Oh, no, that's not going to tell us that angle, is it?
Yeah, it's blue, please, mate.
Fingertips here. Will they stay on? No.
I think he's lost that.
Woody, we need to formally review this one, mate, please.
I think he's lost control.
It's whether there's clear separation, isn't there?
What are we checking, Rosie?
Just checking separation,
please,
mate.
That first angle.
Just checking the actual
we'll have to go really slow.
We're just going to get the first picture now, mate. We're going to try and slow it down and rock and roll it as well.
That's fine. So we've got on-field decision of try. That's what we're checking.
There are 2 fingers on it when the ball hits the ground.
So I'm just going to bring that back again, Woody. We're going to rock and roll it.
That's fine.
It's got another angle coming up, mate.
Yeah, no worries, mate.
It's probably the best one here now.
Yeah. So, Rosie, we've just got to check that we've got clear separation.
I think because the try's been given and awarded, it's going to play in his favour because, as we've just heard from Anthony Woodthorpe, there's got to be clear separation, clear daylight.
don't think there is. He's got 2 fingers on. That's a try then.
Yeah. Woody?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're okay. There's no separation there.
Okay,
Just
yeah,
managed to get
no
it down.
separation, so the try stands.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.